Alexis, you're one of the newer lawyers at Olsen Law Group, and it's now been over a year since you
Year and a half
passed the
ish.
bar, and you have come a long, 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 long
Yes.
way, and you've learned a lot, and your
hmm
confidence level has grown a lot. You're way ahead of me when I was a young lawyer a year and a half. So
I doubt that.
congratulations. Well, I'm gonna stick with it and say that you were, because I when I became a lawyer in 1981, I mean, for at least a couple years, all I did was sit in the office with my father and listen to him talk to clients,
hmm
and really didn't do much of my own.
hmm
When you became a young lawyer, as we like to joke around, I threw you to the wolves.
You did.
Alexis, go meet with that client and take care of him. And that caused you some stress and anxiety, but it's hopefully it served you well.
It has served me very well.
I'm curious. You're a young woman, and when you're out there meeting with your young friends and contemporaries, and you're married to Christopher, of course, how often do you meet other young lawyers? Are other young people following the legal, becoming lawyers? What's your impression about that?
In my core friend circle, I am the only one that went to law school. A good majority of my friends are actually all in healthcare. So I have a lot of friends that are, PAs. They're in some kind of healthcare administration. So I joke about being the odd man out, like in my friend group.
Well, good for them, because Lord knows we need more medical professionals. There's
hmm
going to be a lot of need now and going forward. And then, just out of curiosity, when you're out and about and you're talking to people and your friends and parties and so on and so forth, how often do people try and pump you for legal advice?
All the time,
Okay.
except my really, really close best friends. They
Okay.
don't. But other, acquaintances or people I would meet at events, it's like, oh, let me tell you about my friend, or
Hmm.
let me tell you about me. But what's actually funny is, I even I've trained Chris
Okay.
now,
Your
where,
husband.
yes, I say to him, I'm like, listen, unless someone asks, don't say anything. Otherwise, just don't say anything. I'm just carrying on like normal. And a lot of people, they'll say eventually, oh, what do you do? And I tell them, and the first reaction I get most of the time is, I would have never expected that.
That you're a lawyer?
Yeah. And I don't know what that means, but I get that response all the time. I don't know why.
Well, first of all, let me say that I have always believed and always will believe that being a lawyer is impressive to most people. It requires a good bit of schooling and a good bit of commitment
And discipline.
and something that you and every lawyer out there should be very proud of.
hmm
Caller Don.
So I hear you about people that will want to pull you aside and ask about legal questions, and most of the time they're not asking on their behalf. It's like, I know somebody, and this is what's going on with them, and usually they don't really even have their facts straight.
No,
But it's hey, makes a interesting party conversation at least.
it does.